a chance to take a look at some numbers for Holiday.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots, and it's Favors in at the center position. And for the Pacers, Ogden and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. Sabonis and Turner up front, and it's Warren in at the 3 spot. Players are sure racking up a lot of miles, Clark. A lot of games, a lot of flights, a lot of late nights, early mornings, but in some ways it must be easier these days than it was, say, 20 years ago when you were playing.
It's easier now than it was when I played. I mean, we had commercial flights and 6 a.m. flights. These guys now actually have charter services. Heck, I often think that the guys before me had it much worse than I did. So it's all relative. But clearly, it's hard, it's demanding, but they also have the very best of care in getting to and from the cities across the league.
And here's Holiday. Down low, Sabonis with the steal. Oladipo taking his time here. Pass to Sabonis. And here's Brogdon from the arc. Indiana with a new shot clock. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Oladipo, the pass to Brogdon. The kick out to Oladipo. 5 to shoot. No good with the triple. Holiday with it. Now defended by Oladipo. To the inside. And then Favors with the dunk.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Ball against Brogdon. Outside Warren. Passes it to Sabonis. Fades away. And Derek Favors pulls it down.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Holiday. 9 points last game. And the call will be against Sabonis. That's his first foul. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And he gets the bucket.
The confidence evident. Zion, no problem rising and firing away. That's a sign of a true leader.
Stolen by Ball. On up the court. Here's Ingram. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Timeout.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
The second overall pick in 2016, a lot of expectations for Brandon Ingram. If anything, he puts that pressure on himself. This is a young man that wants to be great.
And checking out the numbers for Ingram. This last month, he has been a real positive for this team, averaging 21 points per game, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. and you can't help but be impressed by his numbers.
You know, guys, I think he's the engine of this offense. He makes them go. Without his scoring, I think they'd be a totally different team. Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
Here's Williamson. That's tipped.
Outstanding defensive instincts by Sabonis. Really good timing when to rise up to reject shots.
Got a piece of it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Warren. And while there's a break, here's a collection of the shooting guards that have made an impact with their passing this season. The leading assist men among 2 guards. Drew Holiday fourth.
And what that group has a great understanding of is the importance of ball movement. I mean, they can all create their own shot, but their superb ability to set up teammates really stands out.
Yeah, I think you've got to attribute it to the unselfish attitude that each of them has. I mean, sure, they're going to attack and make sure they get their points, but they get just as much satisfaction in racking up assists, too.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Ball kicks to Ingram. 6 to shoot. And the foul on Miles Turner. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Ingram. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Logged in the pass to Turner. Ingram against Warren. Back to Turner. Pass to Warren. 5 on the clock. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Connects from 3-point range.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
Ball against Brogdon. Ingram outside. Here's the 3. The Pelicans get another chance here. And it's Williamson missing. Who's back up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Pelicans.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Free throw, good, Holiday.
Well, you talk about athletic families. Both of Drew Holiday's parents played Division I college basketball. 2 brothers also in the NBA. His sister played at UCLA. Oh, and by the way, his wife is a gold medal winning soccer player. That is tough to beat.
Both free throws good from Drew Holiday. And Drew Holiday, one of the 3 brothers playing in the NBA at the same time. Greg, how often do you see that?
I mean, we had the Plumleys for a while there, but the Holidays, probably the most notable example. Aaron, Drew, and Justin, a basketball dynasty in one generation.
And Oladipo kicks to Sabonis. Here's Brogdon, and the rejection by Favors. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. New Orleans leading by 7. Ball, the pass to Williamson. Back to Ball. Now the dish to Ingram.
Already his 2nd foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
You know, his teammates calling him the slender man. Brandon Ingram, not much more than 200 lbs, but adding strength has been a focus.
First free throw is good. And with Brandon Ingram and his size, he could benefit from adding a few pounds.
Well, you know, his teammates call him Tiny Dog. Dog because of his determination. That's a positive thing. The tiny part in reference to his slight frame. Time to bulk it up, young fella. Weight room.
McDermott's checked in for the Pacers. Both free throws good for Ingram.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Up top, Brogdon. He's covered by Ball. And Oladipo, here we go. Outside to Brogdon. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist.
Brogdon extremely confident because he knows he has the green light to fire off the catch.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Oladipo against Holiday. Ingram passes to Favors. 5 to shoot. Pulls up on the wing. And it's Ingram missing. And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. They trail by 6. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
And it really was the turnovers that fueled the blowout. I mean, a lot of questionable, poor decisions by them with the ball. And when that happens, you can get blasted.
Oladipo against Holiday. Here's Williamson. They get the rebound. Favors. The pass to Ball. Teardrop shot, and it's sent back by Turner. Oladipo, the pass to McDermott. Oh, that's blocked.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. I mean, his long reach really allows him to come up with a good number of blocks.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Pass to McDermott. Dishes it to Warren. The kick out to Oladipo. Fires the 3. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Ball against Brogdon. Ball, the pass to Favors. Over Warren, and that one's good by Favors. And now a 10-point Pelican lead.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Oladipo for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Oladipo's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Pacers. Ball, the bounce pass. Now here's Williamson. And he really did play well against Chicago in that last game. Ingram outside. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. It's hauled in by Warren.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass. Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Turner.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
And Holiday kicks to Hart. Back to Holiday. Jacks up a three. The Pacers pull it in. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. Looked like they were just going through the motion.
Yeah, you know, to me, I agree. They just never looked engaged, which is surprising considering how close the game ended up being.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Reddick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
The Pacers shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
One shot.
That's good from McConnell. Mark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
Lets it go with a 3. And Lamb with the basket on the assist by McConnell.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Reddick for 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
You know, that's one of Reddick's specialties there. I mean, you knock a shot down against his team, he's looking to come right back at you.
McConnell passes to Lamb. And the Pacers another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Here's Bitadze. That one wide left.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Holiday against Reddick. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. .44 seconds left to play in the first. McConnell passes to Bitadze. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And truly some significant roster changes for the Pacers this past summer.
Jeremy Lamb, Malcolm Brogdon, T.J. Warren. They've gotten younger and gotten better as well, if you ask me. Excellent work by the Pacers front office.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. The Pacers making a change here. Holiday's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And though they've made the playoffs 4 straight years, Indiana can't seem to get past the first round.
And it's not for a lack of effort, guys. The effort is there. The chemistry and continuity is there. They suffered a big, untimely injury, though, one to Victor Oladipo, and it's been hard for them to attract top free agents as well.
Now Lamb. 11 points for him in that last game against Toronto. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. That's on J.J. Redick. The Pacers have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
Three shots. 3 shots.
And he's good on the first of 3. Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. And he makes all 3. And so here is New Orleans. Holiday inside the line, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Victor Oladipo getting it done for the Indiana Pacers. He witnessed him delivering a series of 3-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. We've got more in store for you right after this. It's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your 3-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
Pelicans shooting in this game 45%. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So the Pelican 5 right now. Holiday at the 1 and Redick at the 2. He's out there with Okafor. And it's Hart in at the 3, the small forward.
With deep range and a wide arsenal of moves, Holiday keeps defenders off balance.
Holiday against Holiday. And Holiday kicks to Lamb. And stolen by Redick. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. Pass to Hayes. Outside, Redick. He dishes it to Okafor. Shot clock at 6. Holiday, the pass to Okafor. The deep 3 from Redick. And another 3 for New Orleans.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3 ball here in the second quarter.
Holiday, the pass to Holiday. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Hart, that's good. And now an 8-point New Orleans lead.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Back to Holiday. Kicks it to Holiday. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Holiday finds Redick. Back to Holiday. And it's Aaron Holiday with the foul. That's his first foul. Pass to Hart. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. The rebound by Holiday.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays, hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That is his first foul of the game. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Indiana. T.J. Warren comes in for Justin Holiday. And the Pelicans also making a change. Ball's checked in for Drew Holiday. Outside Turner. Indiana moving it around. Warren kicks to Holiday. And the pass to Lamb. Sabonis trying to get open. No good from Lamb. New Orleans leading by 5. And it's Aaron Holiday with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Indiana. And then for New Orleans, Williamson is checked in for Hayes. And it's Ingram in for Josh Hart. Warren against Ingram. Back to Ball. Clock at 4. Knocked loose. Stolen by Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Redick dishes the ball. Pass to Okafor. He kicks it to Redick. To stop the drought, he squares up and sinks it. Redick's got his third bucket of the night.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the 3 at almost 60% for the game.
And Brogdon, here we go. And that one, good.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. Guys, he is close to where he was last year in that category, but his numbers are still down just a skosh.
Inside. Here's Ingram. It's rebounded by Indiana. Outside Warren. Brogdon outside. Back to Warren. The 3. Here's Turner. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on J.J. Redick.
Yeah, you know, he's a big guy that has tremendous agility and already is an elite defender. Miles Turner now has to work on being dominant on offense.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Turner. Mark, you know, some players just don't need a lot of rest. They could play basketball all day, every day, and don't want to be taken out. They've all got a lot of engine in them.
Yeah, they do. 24/7 guys, we call them. They don't need a lot of fuel, and it seems like they never are out of fuel. Guys like Paul George and Russell Westbrook come to mind.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Boy, quickly becoming a real force defensively. Miles Turner, one of the league's premier shot blockers.
Ball, the pass to Ingram. Tipped away. From deep. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
And here's a look at some numbers for Domantas Sabonis. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month, averaging about 19 points, 11 rebounds and 6 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
And Oladipo kicks to Warren. Sabonis, but they recover it. Oladipo, and trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Oh, and there's the alley-oop, and the dunk by Williamson.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
Oladipo against Redick. Passes to Warren. Over Williamson. Indiana again missing. New Orleans has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Brogdon with it, now guarded by Ball. Offensive rebound. And Turner kicks to Sabonis. In the corner, it's Brogdon. Shoots over Ball. And the rejection by Favors. They retain possession. That's tipped, and he recovers it. Here's Warren. No good, not a friendly rim at all this trip down. The Pelicans have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Ball, the pass to Favors. Here's Ingram. He can't get it to go, so Indiana will take it the other way. Brogdon with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Toronto.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in.
Here's Williamson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists in the game. Pacers trail by 4. Oladipo outside for 3. Brogdon. In it goes. That's his 3rd bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
Boy, that's outstanding court awareness from Oladipo. Head up and found the open man.
Pass to Williamson. Outside Favors. It's Redick on the wing. Guarded by Oladipo. There's the pass to Ball. New Orleans moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Here's Redick, and it's sent back by Turner.
Oh, these arms of Turner just go on forever. I mean, which is part of the reason he's able to rack up the block shots that he does.
Indiana making some changes. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Sabonis, and it's T.J. McConnell in for Malcolm Brogdon. And here's McConnell. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
Beyond the arc. Favors with the rebound. Favors got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. To the inside. Redick against Oladipo. Redick passes to Favors. Good on the 13-footer. Favors got 6.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Down low. Pass to McConnell. Launches a 3. Got a hand on it.
Ball size and timing really an asset when it comes to him blocking shots.
New Orleans making some changes here. Josh Hart comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Drew Holiday in for Ball. So Favors will bring it up for the Pelicans. They've led by as much as 10. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for Derek Favors. He's really stood out for them over the past month. 4th in field goal percentage, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And yeah, he's such an efficient scorer, understands the offense, moves without the ball so well. That's why he's top 5 in field goal percentage. Turner inside. He's covered by Favors. The shot by Turner, no good. Passes it to Hart. It's stolen by Oladipo. Pass to McConnell. Here's McDermott. 8 points his last outing. The dish to Oladipo. A floater. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And historically, you almost never saw a great shot blocker who could also knock down triples at a high clip. But count Miles Turner among the unicorns who provide that rare combination.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And the stretch center in demand. For Miles Turner, Greg, how does he take that next step as a player?
Getting stronger. And continuing to improve his recognition and communication at both ends of the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Lamb comes in for Warren. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Oladipo. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Count it.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Lamb passes to Turner. Outside, Lamb. And a miss there on the triple.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Good on the shot.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
The pass to McConnell. 1:15 left to play in the first half. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Holiday with the 3. And it's Ingram with the rebound. New Orleans leading by 6. And Holiday has it in the corner. Pass to Hayes. Back to Holiday. Floats one up. He takes it up and lays it in. Holiday's got 12 points in the game.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. And Hayes throws it down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Shot to stop the run. It's tipped. Lamb against Ingram. The kick out to Holiday. Pass to Melly. Over McConnell. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And we finished one half of basketball. New Orleans on top. They're up by 10. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball. And then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
We'll see if you can keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. I guess Shaq's not here today. If your name is Kenny the Jet Smith, raise your hand, please. There. And I'm Kevin Harlan. What a game it's been for Drew Holiday. He had 12 points, 2 steals, and 1 rebound. What did you think, Shaq, about New Orleans?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
Kenny, what did you think about Indiana?
I'd really like to see them attack the rim a little bit more. Change the game up, man. Generate some more easy baskets. Part of the reason they're behind is because they've been outclassed inside. They haven't been able to drive the ball, dish the ball. They need to pound it in the paint more if they want to win this basketball.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. An exceptional performance from Drew Holiday.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Pelicans leading by 10. Sabonis and Turner up front. Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. And it's Brogdon in at the point guard position. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Now here's Williamson. He's guarded by Brogdon from the arc. And Holiday with the basket on the assist from Williamson. Holiday's got the lead up to 13 now for New Orleans. Got a piece of it. Warren the pass to Brogdon. And now the Pelicans on the break. Ball's running. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. And another 3 for New Orleans.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
New Orleans has gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Holiday gets the bucket.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Brogdon kicks to Sabonis. Dishes it to Oladipo. 6 to shoot. To end the run. Good on the three-point shot. Sabonis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And a finalist for Coach of the Year in 2019, Nate McMillan passing 600 wins last season.
Well, you think about that. That's an impressive milestone for an outstanding coach in Nate McMillan. He moved into the top 25 all-time in wins. He's had 2 other stops as a head coach, Portland and Seattle, and I think he's doing some of his best work with the Pacers.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Williamson. And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
Mark, do you think on average rookies are having a greater impact on their teams now than in decades past?
I really don't think so, Kevin. You can go back and look at the numbers historically. Every draft class usually has 6 to 10 rookies that have a significant impact on their respective teams. And of those 10, perhaps 10 or 12, maybe only a few are going to be on playoff teams just because of the nature of the draft. I don't really think that's changed tremendously over the decades.
Pass to Warren. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his first foul. So it's the Pacers now. It's a 16-point game. A shot by Brogdon, wide open.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for that game against the Knicks, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And the first one at the line is good.
And you know, guys, for Ingram, the free throw line's been a trouble spot. Seems to me that he's not been able to get a consistent routine in approaching free throw shooting.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Now here's Oladipo. 9 points in the game so far. Brogdon outside. 6 on the shot clock. The pass to Warren from deep three-point range. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got 4 assists now tonight. To the middle. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got 7 points for the quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Sabonis finds Oladipo. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Pelicans making a switch here. Okafor's checked in. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Brogdon outside. Just 5 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Bitadze can't hit.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That is his first foul of the game. Aaron Holiday is checked in for Victor Oladipo. And a change for the Pelicans. Redick is checked in. And here are the Pelicans now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Ball dishes to Okafor, and it's denied.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Brogdon against Ball. Brogdon the pass to Holiday. Here's Sabonis. Pass to Holiday. The 3. Good on the triple. Holiday's got 8 points.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Redick against Warren. Shot clock at 5. To the inside. And Okafor with the block.
Boy, I love the defensive game of Okafor. He's got a wide reach, and that allows him to get to a lot of shots.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Pelicans.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition. Ball against Brogdon. Outside Holiday.
He's off on that one, and Indiana will go the other way with it. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home. To the paint. Bitadze, the pass to Sabonis. Brogdon outside. Passes it to Holiday. And it's off from three-point range. Yes, that goes in. Sabonis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, I love the aggressive nature with which Sabonis offensive rebounds. He hustles, he's got great energy, but he's also pretty skilled. And you saw all of that right there.
Here's Okafor, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Indiana. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Okafor.
Tell you, when it comes to low post scoring, Okafor is a legitimate beast inside. A player with a lot of upside.
Jeremy Lamb's checked in for T.J. Warren. New Orleans also making some changes. Hayes comes in for Williamson. And it's Josh Hart in for Drew Holiday. Second free throw, no good. Pacers trail by 15. Now Lamb. He's got 6. Outside Holiday. Pass to Bitadze. Holiday against Ball. Stolen by Ball. And now Ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Hey, you got to give Ball credit, Kevin. I mean, he's very good at using his length to poke balls away.
Holiday looking over the floor. And there's the pass to Sabonis. Redick against Brogdon. Clock at 6. And some changes here for the Pacers. Doug McDermott comes in for Domantas Sabonis. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Malcolm Brogdon. And the Pelicans making a change here. Poke loose. Pelicans leading by 17. Ball with it. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Here's Hayes, and he makes that one. Hayes has got his second basket of the night.
Boy, Hart is one of those guys you look at and you can just see the team is first with him. Never hesitates to find the open guy.
Now, here's McConnell. He's tightly guarded. Indiana again missing.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
The Pelicans have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, Hart helped Villanova win its second championship in school history. He was instrumental in that great championship run the Wildcats had back in 2016.
The Pacers making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Here's Hart. Sweet little floater. Hart's got 5.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And the EuroLeague's top scorer last season, Nicolo Melli, had turned down some NBA offers in the past, decides to make the leap to join the Pelicans, and gives them a highly skilled player in that front court.
Turner's checked in for Indiana. Now here's Ball. He's covered by McConnell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one. Starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
No good on that one.
You know, Ball has proven he can pass and rebound the ball. He's a very impressive player. Now he just needs to add the shot and become more effective as a scorer.
And he's good on the second. Clark, here's kind of an interesting perspective question for you. How much of making it to the NBA is talent? How much of it is the work you put into it?
Kevin, if I were to give this a ratio, I would probably say 65% talent, 35% work ethic, because you have to have a level of unique giftedness to be an NBA player. Many can work really hard and not be NBA caliber. So I think there's, I tilt that 65-35 talent to work ethic.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Timeout called the Pacers.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Look at New Orleans. This hasn't been the kind of year they envisioned. Time running out.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
And when you talk about inconsistency, I think a lot of it has to go to the players, because ultimately they're the ones that dictate how they perform.
Here's Turner, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
A beast in the paint. Once Turner gets this kind of position, you almost have to whack him.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line. First free throw is good. He doesn't get the second one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
McConnell passes to Turner. Good, and McConnell gets the assist. McConnell's got his third assist on the night.
That's weight room action right there. Excellent strength from Turner. You try to get physical with him, and he can overpower you.
And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. For New Orleans, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Ball. He hits both from the stripe. For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. McConnell passes to Turner. And the shot is good. Turner's got 5 points in the quarter.
This is all you can do. I mean, Turner's height, length, skill level, and he's got confidence now. That all allows him to score under pressure.
Now, here's Ball. He's guarded closely. Redick bounce pass. 4 on the clock. Hart kicks to Ball. And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Ingram, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. That's off as well, so he misses both. And so it's Lamb with it. He brings it up for the Pacers. Pass to McDermott. Outside, Lamb. Indiana with a new shot clock. The shot by Turner, no good.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
He's still trying to find his footing, but Doug McDermott is a great shooter, no question about that, but he needs to keep adding more to his game.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line, and when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
That free throw, no good. And Indiana making a change here. Oladipo's checked in. And he sinks the second. 1:19 left to play here in the third. Here's Hart, guarded by Oladipo. Passes it to Ball. From outside, off the mark. Pacers trail by 21. And Holiday kicks to McConnell. Outside, Turner. Knocked away. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. A nice shot by Melly. Melly's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And when Ball has the ball, it's in good hands. He can run the offense, no doubt.
McConnell passes to Turner. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
And here's Oladipo. 9 points in the game so far. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back to the action after this word. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And Indiana shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. So for New Orleans right now, they've got E'Twaun Moore. Favors is out there with Jackson. And it's Melly in at the 4. Yep, that one goes.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Moore outside. Pass to Favors. Holiday brings the double team, and Justin Holiday picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Sabonis, he's checked in for Leaf. T.J. Warren comes in for Doug McDermott. And Brogdon subbed in for Edmund Sumner. Hey, Clark, the NBA moved the presentation of the MVP award to after the conclusion of the finals. Do you like that?
Yes and no. I think you have two separate awards. You could have a playoff MVP or a finals MVP, which we have. And then you have a regular season MVP. The MVP is for the body of work done during the regular season. So I think there should be a clear separation between the two, quite honestly. So, no, I don't like it.
At least you're honest, Clark. Turner's checked in for the Pacers. Williamson is checked in for New Orleans. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Warren against Ingram. Tries to keep it alive. And the shot by Warren, no good. Ingram outside. He doesn't hit that one. Nice D from Warren. Brogdon left side. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Holiday. And yes, it's good. Holiday's got 25 points in the game.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Warren on the wing. Three-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Holiday against Brogdon. Feeds it to Ingram. Clark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's an outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media. So they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching it. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually. But on occasion, it does get a little carried away.
New Orleans leading by 21. Back to Holiday. Let's go. No good off the back of the rim. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Pacers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Brogdon kicks to Turner. Here's Brogdon. The pass to Sabonis. Shot clock at 6. Over Favors. Sabonis, no good.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Turner. Pass to Brogdon. Some nice passing here by Indiana, and it's good for 2. That's 7 points for Sabonis.
This is the kind of unselfishness you love seeing from Brogdon, making sure he gets it to the open man.
And Brogdon with a clear path to the rack. Drops in the breakaway layup. Here's Hart. Outside Holiday. He feeds it to Williamson. And it's sent back by Turner. Outside Holiday. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Williamson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Holiday, the pass to Hart. He dishes it to Williamson. On the wing, Holiday. Count it, good. Holiday's got 17 points here in the second half.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision-making.
Brogdon against Holiday. And the foul on Drew Holiday. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Well, Clark, at the college level, a coach was recently offered a lifetime contract. Think we'll ever see that in the NBA?
Well, you can't quite say never.
Right.
I said in college basketball, I never thought in my lifetime I'd see a 16 beat a 1 seed.
Right.
So never say never, but it's not going to happen.
Well, but you've got a lifetime contract doing this, so I guess it does happen in some quadrants.
Well, you got information that I don't have.
Hart kicks to Holiday. It's blocked. Now here is Holiday. Passes to Turner. A baseline J. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Out to Favors to the wing right side. Here's Hart with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. And so here is Indiana. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Brogdon finds Turner. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Lamb, he's checked in for Aaron Holiday. J.J. Redick's checked in for the Pelicans. And so it's Indiana with it. Now Brogdon. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Derek Favors.
Man, I like the aggressiveness that Turner plays with. For such a young guy, it's proven to be beneficial in helping him draw fouls.
That free throw missing. Clark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
Brogdon the pass to Sabonis. Outside Warren. Back to Sabonis. Kept alive by Indiana. The shot by Turner, no good.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Ball with it. Here's the floater. And he's able to get it back. And can't hit the shot. But they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
Man, I like Ball's energy going to the rack. I mean, he's showing no fear because he knows he's going to get hit, and he drives inside anyway.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Clark, for a while now, you and I were just talking. We've had a rule that a team cannot go without a first-round pick in consecutive years. Could it be time to lift that restriction?
I certainly wouldn't mind discussing lifting the restriction, but I like it as it is on the books because it does lend itself, I think, to competitive balance. And that's important in the strength of a league.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Brogdon. Ball's knocked loose. Outside, Lamb. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it. Guys, J.J. Redick is much more than just a standstill shooter. I mean, his movement without the ball and his quick trigger release, a very deadly combination.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Redick. And Clark, as good as he is playing off the ball, Redick can handle and even create some for his teammates.
Yeah, I like the fact that Redick has added that to his package, Kevin, because initially he was just a catch-and-shoot guy, but he's smart, he's tough, and he's actually steady and comfortable with the ball in his hands.
Good on both. Mark, the max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
And he makes the first. And the Pelicans making a change here. Both free throws good from Holiday. Here's more. And not just a long-range gunner, but Etuan Moore also blessed Greg with one of the NBA's best floaters.
I mean, he takes a lot of those mid-range shots, those floaters in the lane that makes them
shots.
more often than not. For a player standing 6'4", the ability to finish inside, providing that counterbalance to his three-point shooting.
That's good from Moore. Clark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. They feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying it. If you're moving your lower or upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that to set a screen is illegal.
But they'll get another chance.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
Now here's Lamb. Not a lot of room. Just 5 on the clock. Over Okafor. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. Clark, there are a lot of factors a free agent puts into selecting the new team that he goes to. Talk about the factors that aren't basketball for these free agents.
Well, I think you could see some of them if you gave it some thought, Kevin. You think about a market size, nightlife for some guys is important, business opportunities when you think about places like Silicon Valley or New York or Los Angeles, season of life for the individual player in terms of his family and where he might want to reside after he's done playing. So there are a number of different things that contribute to free agents making moves from one team to the next.
Now, did you have a family, Clark, when you played your last couple years in the NBA?
We were without children, but it was Rosie and I. We've been married 4 years, and then our family started right after I retired.
The shot's good from Leaf.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. 1:46 left in the game. The feed to Okafor. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And that's exactly where Okafor is most comfortable. When he's down in the post, sometimes the defense has no choice but to foul him.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
New Orleans with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run here.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pelicans.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-gamer.
I tell you what, Greg, no matter how brief it is, anytime you can get a season series sweep, you're happy.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Drew Holiday.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
First one falls for him. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now here's Moore. Defense right on him. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Misses from close range. Here's Sumner. Here's Leaf. Makes it off the glass.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
And here is Okafor. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, you guys hang your hat on defense. Is this the sort of defensive performance you expect every game?
Yeah, we can. No, they were practice for. We come into practice, play hard, we work hard, and when we come out to the games, we just bring a lot of energy.
It's a young team with young legs, and you showed them at the defensive end tonight. Thanks, Derek. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.